Well, we are getting ready to start things off for today with the chopping. If you recalled or watched the last video, Jared had a tie rod issue on this 900. I called Kenworth. Kenworth did not have a tie rod end in stock. Said they were going to be 2 days before they got one. So well, I'll just hook the C500 or the Western Star or something on there. He said, we have a tie rod. We have one for it. I said, we do? Because we have, where'd you park that? Down the other end?
Yeah, it's down there.
So we had replaced the left tie rod on that, what was that, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
It wasn't last year, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it had to be at least 2 or 3 years ago, because that was corn. And now
Yeah.
Hay,
So we replaced that tie rod. Then we thought we'd get the right hand one for it too. And I don't know if we stripped that out. Something happened. We vaguely remember it.
Heated it up too much to get it out, and we messed up the fine threads.
And then what I ended up doing is I got a tap for it. We tapped the tube out, got the new one threaded in on the right hand side, and in the meantime I ordered an assembly from Kenworth. And Jared seems to think that I had mentioned that the whole assembly was cheaper than just 2 tie rods by itself. He could be right. I'd have to look up in my parts history to see when we bought that and when how much it was and all that stuff. So he got that fixed here last night. We're just gonna drop him off. I don't know, I really didn't have to drop you off to it.
No.
I gotta go over and get the chopper.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll at least drop you off to it. If I need a hand, you'll be able to come over and give me a hand, right? I don't know. So he's got that up and going. He's glad that he doesn't have to part with his 900. So he's only got he's only got maybe a couple of skid steer buckets worth of haylage in the front of this trailer. We're hoping that we don't have any problems today.
Yeah.
We had enough of a problem yesterday, a tiny one the day before, and hopefully everything rolls into place here nicely today. So we've got 2, 4, 6 windrows left in this field, and then we'll move up to that other field up there, 70 acres. And we've got, I don't know, 150 or 60 left over here all together. And then we start moving towards home. So we'll touch base with you once we get over to where the chopper is parked. And we'll show you what's going on with that situation. If you didn't follow along in the last video, you won't exactly know what we got into yesterday. But this field here to our left, we're going to flip that to corn. So we're going to tear disc that here. Today's Saturday, June 1. We're going to tear disc that here first of the week. And we're going to seed, or we're going to put BMR silage in there. So that's what's going on. This field here is a newer seeding that goes all the way down into the other road there. It's all kind of on a side hill. That can be challenging when it's greasy, but it's been nice and dry. We've got flotation tires on one truck, and that truck we're not using. So with road tires on everything, it's been a pleasant time chopping first cutting. So we'll get over to the cow barn over here where the chopper's parked, and we'll touch base with you when we get over there. Well, we're getting fired up here. We're sharpening the knives. That's the process that's going on here right now. So that sweeps across the knives as they're spinning in reverse, and it's sharpening them. Now, if you didn't follow along in the last video, you won't know what we've been through or went through here yesterday. We had trouble with our hay head and Kaz equipment, which is now SNP as of right meow. They let us use this head. I'm trying to buy it, but they don't know exactly whether or not they're going to be able to sell it. This goes to a brand new chopper, and they need to put demo hours on the new chopper. And as far as they know, they're not sure if they can sell this head. I'm looking to buy one way or the other. So that's why we have this new head. Center bearing went out of ours. We actually had a tooth bar on this left side brake. We cut that out, discovered the center bearing is gone, and it needs about a day's worth of work. So, Tim went over to Kaz here yesterday, picked this up. That's what we're using. We're going to run a grease gun around it, grease that power shaft, grease that drive clutch assembly there, put some grease in the pivot wheels and the prop screen here, so on and so forth. So we've got a inoculant that we're going to load, and I need to sprinkle some water in there. So we're going to get after a few things here, and then we'll get moving. All right, so we are all greased up. I've got inoculant in. We've got our knives nice and sharp. I didn't get them as sharp yesterday as I have them right meow. Yesterday morning I didn't have the leaf blower over here from the night before, and I had to blow the chopper off yesterday morning, fuel it. I was getting behind, so we only ran across the knives 25 times yesterday. I went across them 60 times today. We've got them in real nice shape. Shear bar is set, and we can go ahead and get coupled on to this head, and hopefully today we don't have any problemos. Kaz, we cannot get any assistance from Kaz today. They are changing over from Kaz equipment to SNP. If you guys don't know, Kaz has been sold to another outfit, and they took place as of today, and everything is transitioning over. SNP is Seiden Stricker, Nobe, and Partners, where SNP comes from. So let's go ahead and get on it here and get chopped. Well, we're just making our way down across the field for the first time here today. Jared's glad he's got his 900 back. We were on that side hill over yonder last night. They're chopping along. We just come into a windrow that was on the steepest part of the side hill that I wanted to get cleaned off. I wanted to work on the steepest part of the side hill with an empty truck. I'm into his first windrow, and the truck's sliding down the hill. He says, "This truck needs front tires." I got looking at him like, yeah, it's not even greasy right there. I suspected he had a problem with the tire on the other side. I didn't know if he blew the tire or what. But I said, well, we'll let him reset here. And he backed up, moved down to the windrow down below, and the damn truck was just wanting to run to the right. And that tie rod end broke on the right side, and it cocked that wheel right around. And there she sat. So that happened at about 6 o'clock last night. Of course, like I mentioned, I called Kenworth. They didn't have one in stock. I said, well, maybe Fleet Pride or somebody does. It's not the end of the world. And Jared brought it up to me that, hey, we do have one. So he got it fixed last night, and as you can see, it's rolling here today. So we're gonna keep on keeping on here, and we'll touch base with you as the day goes on here. All right. The first load of the day, heading on out of here. Get on the next one, which is Mike with the automatic, and we got Davey on deck, truck 9, back on yonder. All right, we're gonna keep on it here. Well, today is coming to a close. It's been a challenging one, a miserable one. I'm not really sure what words I want to use. Because we're about 3 hours behind where we should be, we've had some issues with dealing with dry alfalfa. And anybody in the chopper world knows what we deal with when we have alfalfa that is a little too much on the dry side. What it does is it gums everything up. If you ever look at the underneath side of your lawnmower and see all of the buildup from the grasses, that's what we have going on in the chopper. However, if we were chopping grass, we wouldn't have that buildup in the chopper. The buildup that we have in the chopper is the sugars, what have you, from the alfalfa. You get right at about that 52% moisture range, and it gums everything up. And you need to push this hay past that gummed up material, and it usually results in some plugging. You kind of see how the hay's coming out of the pipe there. It's kind of fluffy. Well, the reason why it's fluffy is because that pipe is not down to regular smooth iron. It's got about a ½ inch of buildup on it. Now, I've been down underneath this chopper about a dozen times now, cleaning out the area between the knives and the blower. That area is about 3.5 foot long. The haylage gets propelled off of the knives, thrown up into the blower, and if that area gets gummed up, it doesn't take much to plug up that area, and you end up having material that can't get away from the knives, and it will sit there and plug up the blower area. So we have cleaned that out about a dozen times. Have not had any plugging with the actual spout, but you could see some silver material in that spout. The rest of it is caked up alfalfa. So that's what we're dealing with. We hate to get caught up here. And I got a stone. I think that was a stone detection. Yes, stone detection corner post. Which a stone could be a lump of hay too. We've got ourselves set a little sensitive on that. We need to maybe back that down a little bit. We did just put a pile of money into replacing feed rolls on this, and I'd like to have them rolls look like new when we get done with one cutting anyway. So we're loading Alex right now. We are loading everybody last here for tonight. And we're gonna get after it here tomorrow. We're gaining a little bit of time as we go here, but we've also lost a fair amount of time in the first day and the second day. Alex doesn't really like this. You're alright. Yeah, she don't like it. Yeah, she don't like that. Shoot high. I'll shoot high, you ride long, wide. Alex running the Freightliner and the 2022 black and red Moss. She's been doing exceptionally well running that tractor trailer. So she's probably one of our best drivers, to be honest with you. Conscientious and just gets the frickin' job done. She's spinning out a little bit there. She locked him in before she walked up on it, and she managed to get up and out of it. So yeah, we've had our fair share of frickin' problems. So that's where we're gonna close off with you guys, and hopefully we gain on this. Oh, did you hear that noise? That was a stone. We probably better find that so that we don't run that back through the chopper. So we're gonna go out and grab that guy. Gotta be about the size of a softball or a little larger. And we'll take a little look-see at our rolls. They're in good shape here still. Where are we? Oh boy. She bit onto it good. And she shattered it. So we could have just ran that back forward and it would have ate it. The beauty with stones is they're not as hard as metal. And what they'll do is they'll just chew these up. You got a trash bin? You got a little scared back there, but you walked right through it, didn't you? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You don't want to throw them in the cab with you? Yeah, let's throw them right in the cab. So she grabbed a piece of iron from earlier today. And yeah, we got a pile of stone here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this in the cab, and that's where we're gonna leave off with you guys. So if I ignored my stone detector, we would have just gobbled these right up. Just run them right through there. So, yeah. Maybe we would have knocked a knife or two back too. So, that's where we're at with that. Push them over there. And we'll get back on her here. Alright. Take it easy, folks. We will catch you at the next one. Right? Yeah. You gonna catch everybody at the next one? Yeah. So what you could do is throw these out when you're going down the road. hitting signs and whatever.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. Well, make sure they don't end up underneath your foot pedals. Or your seat, you know. Riding low with that seat, you don't want it to bang on any rocks.